Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. I have a question for you all, and that is, what month do you think this lawsuit will be over? Of course, I am talking about the Ripple v SEC lawsuit, and do you think it'll be over this year still? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's get started. So, Angie asked on Twitter, Phil Law, right? The lawyer whom we get most of our info from. Your thoughts? And the thought or the question came because Crypto Law or John Deaton said, breaking, government watchdog group files lengthy FOIA request demanding access to internal SEC documents and records targeting Jay Clayton, William Hinman, and Mark Berger over potential conflicts of interest on crypto in office. Quote, we write today seeking information regarding the appearance of conflicts of interest by former high-level officials at the SEC, relating obviously to cryptocurrencies. It is in the public's interest that the government's emerging regulatory approach to crypto is based on objective legal principles and without the appearance that conflicted SEC officials may be picking crypto winners and losers based on personal financial interests. The way in which these former SEC officials declared whether particular crypto were securities and thus subject to SEC regulation raised public integrity concerns. Transparency from the SEC is the only way to ensure accountability to the public. And obviously, in light of this, we are filing this FOIA request to seek the facts. Empower Us letter demands a wide range of records and communications from the SEC between Hinman, Clayton, Berger, and outside entities like Simpson Thacher and One River and the Ent Ethereum Alliance Enterprise. The FOIA letter also seeks records of any discussions between the target officials and the SEC Office of Ethics Counsel about their potential employment or, in Hinman's case, continued payments from Simpson Thacher during the SEC employment. Empower Us cites Hinman's speech on Ethereum, Clayton's comments on Bitcoin, the lawsuit against Ripple, and the crash of XRP, and their lucrative employment immediately following the SEC government. Read the letter here. So obviously I looked through as much as I can find because I always try to do my best for y'all, and it's about 5 pages here. You can see the bigger parts of what they're basically asking, right? It is, let's see here, about 8 points exactly of what they're requesting, which we'll get to in just a second, but hopefully you guys already get the picture, and hopefully you guys already get what the importance is right here, or what the issue is at hand. It is that, let's do 2 steps back, right? These guys that are being questioned or potentially questioned right here are being questioned by some government watchdog. So people who just look over government people because, well, obviously no other government person is going to do that because they're going to kind of stab themselves in their own foot. Now, since there's this entity that watches over them, they obviously will act quite carefully, right? But in this specific case here, we are wondering if they didn't act carefully enough because, well, they left a couple of hints on the table that had left people wondering. And one of those is, for example, Jay Clayton has got really good connections with One River Digital Asset Management, or management without the digital, whatever, right? Big company. He's getting some huge payments from that. His wife is getting some huge payments from that, I believe, too. And the point being, he let go some statements around Bitcoin and Ether, which were kind of made up out of thin air, yet what that did is manipulate the price so significantly. And he might have, for example, told that management firm before or afterwards, some hints surrounding that he could have benefited from at the end of things because that company might have made, for example, let's say $1 billion, and he got paid, for example, $4 million, as an example. Then again, the same thing goes for William Hinman. And Mark Berger, I don't really know too much about what he did. Yet, you guys can obviously get already that if an SEC member says something about crypto, that people take it as some sort of advice. And now, since later came out that these guys have been working for some really big either lawsuits or really big financial management companies, anything they say, it's out of their own personal opinion, not the SEC's opinion. Yet, why would they say it if their company that they're affiliated with has a lot of benefit, but the people really don't because it's just an opinion? and the SEC doesn't either because it's not there. But like, what is the purpose there? A lot of us have found out that it might just be for their own personal gain to make money off that, and that's why a lot of people have been requesting for a investigation into the SEC, or specifically into those three peeps right there. So a lot of people, of course, are also amazed, like, ooh, it's finally happening, huh? They're really going to get questioned. Let's quickly check it out right here. So there's actually a little bit of a story, for example, as to how and why they're doing this. And for example, like Mr. William Hinman, his connection with the law firm Simpson Thacher. Mr. Hinman reportedly continued to receive millions of dollars from Simpson Thacher while employed at the SEC, and notably, Simpson Thacher is a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, an industry organization whose objective is to drive the use of Enterprise Ethereum. And one fun thing to say right there is that we right now are trying to figure out exactly what the status of Ethereum is, because William Hinman let go of a positive statement for Ethereum, yet the SEC gave out that Ethereum has never been decided. So there's a little bit of a conflict of what exactly should be brought out, what is an opinion, what is an SEC opinion, what their goal is for getting these things out there, but that was kind of what Ripple was trying to figure out. And so this is what they're requesting. All records related to communications from May 2017 through December of 2020 between William Hinman and any personnel from Simpson Thacher, including calendar entries, notes, or emails between Mr. Hinman and any email address from the domain STBlaw or STB Law. This is relevant because he potentially talked, which Ripple will most likely figure out, but he potentially talked just before and just after his infamous speech with the Ethereum Alliance, or at least some guys in there. Then all records relating to his communications from May 2017 with, again, the Alliance. All records relating to the communications, including calendar entries, notes, or yada yada, between Mr. Hinman and anybody else at the Ethics Council at the SEC, regarding Mr. Hinman's continued payments from Simpson Thacher while employed at the SEC. His potential recusals or conflicts related to his prior or future employment at Simpson Thacher, as well as his discussions and negotiations with Simpson Thacher regarding rejoining the firm. Because he came from there and then he went back there later after being at the SEC for a little while. All records relating to communications for Mark Burger, basically. Also, I believe from Simpson Thacher, I guess he's also worked there in some way, shape, or form. Not too sure about that, but I guess. Also, all records with his talks, again, SEC member with the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. Then all records of, once more, the same thing that they also are questioning for, it's actually all kind of the same thing. These two, Mark Burger and William Hinman, they're being questioned for Simpson Thacher and the Ethereum Alliance. Jay Clayton is being asked for One River Asset Management, and also the SEC's Ethics Council. So yeah, it's pretty obvious, I guess, what they're questioning. And of course, there's a lot of people wondering exactly like what is the chance of this working out, and what is it looking like. Let's actually go back a little step right here if we can. So James Fillon said, "I think the SEC will deny the request. I'm 99% sure they will. Among other things, it will assert the same privileges it is asserting in the litigation. It'll also claim whatever exemption it can from the attached list, but as Jesse Hines says, I hope it is successful." Like I do too, I really hope so. Jason Foster says, "It should be more difficult for the SEC to ultimately withhold the relevant external communications involving senior officials as opposed to internal pre-decisional deliberations." And the difference here is that with the Ripple case, a good part of what they can do is say, hey, this is privileged, this is all inside information of the SEC. Because even the judge claimed before that if Ripple is just asking for whom, for example, they talked with, or a little of the outside parts, it would be quite simple to get. It's only difficult to get the real internals of the internals. And for example, getting all those calendar entries and whatnot, and the emails, and knowing exactly who they emailed with when, that's not going to be too difficult, I think. So, at least for right now, I think that is looking pretty damn juicy, guys. Once more, my own opinion, but I'm pretty excited about the way that it's looking right now. Agent asked, "Is that the end of it? Can't they sue after denial and take them to court? Judicial Watch does this all the time." And James said, yeah, they can. It can be a long process, though. So, interesting. And then James Fillon also posted this. "Members of the community have been discussing the FOIA requests and whether Ripple filed one. What follows is Ripple's FOIA request to the SEC dated January 25th, 2021. So this, fun fact, is 2021, January 25th, a couple of months ago already. Okay, half a year ago, let's say it like that, where they basically put up as well, Ripple, that the SEC should be investigated to some degree. And again, it's not necessarily the conflict of interest just quite yet, but here, for example, that about Ethereum and the pre-mined tokens. And I think this is also the letter where they actually talk about how Ethereum and Bitcoin are more so akin to Chinese technology, and XRP is built in a better way. Here you can see a part is being talked about where William Himon has connections to the Ethereum Foundation, and they basically put aside this entire part of why Ethereum should be a security. Again, here the Chinese control of Bitcoin and Ether and whatnot. We've covered this before in the past, yet hopefully you guys get the idea of it all. Yes, they found one in the past, and here we go. 2 more pages for if you want to pause it real quick on your own. And I believe I'm not actually sure, to be honest with you. I didn't read it again because we already read it before. I'm not actually sure if they're requesting. Well, look at this. Ripple is willing to pay fees for this request up to a maximum of $61. If you estimate that the fees will be exceeding this limit, please inform us. That's pretty funny. What? What? Fees for what? For just requesting this? For just doing a request like this? They have to pay $61 at maximum? Well, that's pretty cheap, but pretty funny, I guess. So I'm not exactly sure what it is they requested. I would say it's just information, right? Yeah, here you can. Never mind. I remember again. Okay, never mind. Let's go back here. At the end, I believe this is where the request should be. Okay, I don't know about the order too much, but here, can I put this back? There we go. Here in this one, it says right here, they want all documents, including internal communications, analysis, and other materials that were prepared or relied upon by Director Hinman and whatnot. Fun fact, Ripple's employees were deposed a long time ago. William Hinman, it actually took months upon months upon months to actually get all this info. And I believe Jay Clayton has never been deposed still, right? Maybe eventually, but for right now, that's it's actually pretty interesting if you start to talk about that. And also, guys, if you haven't checked it out already, make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below. It is the exchange I'm using right now. You can get up to $1,600 worth of bonuses for only today. Today is your last day that you can get it. So, having said that, make sure you enjoy these videos more often by pressing the subscribe button. Maybe press like. I don't know. Whatever. See you guys again in another one.